I'm Amy Dukes, Director of Memory Care Operations here at the Jewish Association on Aging. I have been working with seniors since 2001 and have focused specifically on Alzheimer's and dementia for the past few years, working in older adult protective services and for an organization focusing specifically on Alzheimer's disease. And I was working across the state, looking at best practices across the state, and I was very excited to hear about what the Jewish Association on Aging was doing with memory care. What I found here is a theory of memory care that goes beyond simply a theory. It is a belief that is held by the management, from the president all the way on down to the day-to-day staff who work with the residents. And that belief is that people living with memory issues are still here. They are still a wonderful person that has a lot to give. And what we need to do as staff is support them in living a meaningful life and fulfilling their goals and being a part of a community. So we have taken the methodology that we use and trained all of our staff, regardless of where they work within our continuum, on how to work best with people living with memory issues so that communication is consistent, that the way we're approaching people is appropriate and respectful and consistent. And we're seeing great changes and improvements for the people living with us, which is what we want to see. We see people who came to us and they weren't really speaking much, and now they are able to hold conversations because people are giving them enough respect to ask them a question and wait for the answer. And when you get that respect once, it builds your credibility as a staff member, but it also builds your belief that people care what you're going to say, and so then you're more likely to talk more the next time. So we have people who came to us unable to talk on the telephone to their loved ones out of town, and now they're able to have telephone conversations with them, so it's meaningful for both the individual and their family. We have people who have jobs here and they know that they're really important to us. And because all of our staff are trained in working with people with memory issues, some of the most important people on our staff, I'm sorry to say that, are our dietary staff members and our housekeepers, because they do the behind the scenes work, but then they have great rapport with our residents. So they will sit down and play checkers with them, or have the residents help them out with setting the table. Those kinds of things that make you realize you're part of a community. You're not just a guest here. This is not a hospital. This is your home. And that's very important. And our staff are very flexible in adjusting to meet the needs of the individuals who we serve, because we know them, and that is important. And our staff believe that the people who we serve are still capable of doing a lot of things, and with a little adjustment on our part, we can make their lives more meaningful.